Alright, springs are off and the wheels are off. Inspecting this, I have come to the conclusion that the upper and lower control arms are okay. They probably won't need redoing. The main subframe does. Just a couple of other things for you people that are going to be pulling it completely apart. And obviously you can undo these and separate them, you know how to do that, and you know how to undo these and how to undo these bolts, you know, those kind of things are easy. One thing, or a couple of things to remember, these pieces here, they go inside the tower here, inside the top of the tower, so the spring rests up against them. There's one in each side. Don't forget them, don't lose them. Next thing to note, and give me a second, I'm going to take the camera off my head, is when you're taking these off, these shims here. So not only do you have shims here, but you also have them here. And there's a big spacer there. So do note where it all goes. It's not going to affect me because I'm not going to be taking this end off, although I will be taking this end off because my plan, should it work, is to undo these bolts here and undo this shaft here. And one thing I would suggest you do when you're assembling this is cover these shafts in copper grease. I have. Okay, so that should be it. Obviously these bump stops have to come off. This one doesn't have to come off now because I'm not going to disassemble any of this. I'm merely going to just take it off. Yeah, just like that. Boom, 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 done. This is a heavy unit to be moving around, so do be very careful when you're doing it. One slip of this and you're in a world of pain that you don't even want to think about. So that's it on this. I will be taking this off, and I tell you what, for shits and giggles, I'll do it live, and if I kill myself then you won't see this video. I sincerely hope I don't kill myself. I want to finish my car and drive it. And you can see obviously on this that I have put on a Wheelwood brake kit. Granted, they got a bit dusty. It came with the rotors, the Wheelwood calipers, which are 4-pot calipers. It also came with a special mounting bracket, so you don't have to drill or cut anything. And the flexible hose actually goes in here, and obviously I don't have that sorted out yet, but that will be something I do. And then you have 2 bleed nipples, one here and one here. Wheelwood, as you know, are brilliant. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, comes with the pads as well. So I'm really looking forward to trying these brakes out. Obviously when I do, this black will come off, but drilled and slotted rotors, high quality pads, a mounting bracket. I think the kit cost me about 900 bucks. When I was looking at the original calipers I had on here, all the pistons needed taking apart, re-sleeving, new kit, and obviously you would re-sleeve them stainless steel wise. So originality is not something I was too worried about because I'm not altering anything, and the old ones can be put back on. But that rebuilds of 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was going to come to like $800 to rebuild them, and then I would have to buy new rotors as well, and this kit was like $900, and I believe I got it from S&G Barrett. That is something you'll have to check out, but I'm pretty sure it was S&G Barrett. To my mind, it's well worth it. These cars are fast. Once you get them right, they're fast. The brakes were never the best, even though it did warn you it has disc all round. The rear ones are kind of iffy, but you need decent front ones. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know about that. Next, we'll take this off. That should be fun. But first I've got to get it up in the air so that there's no weight on it. At the moment it's leaning on the piece I need to take off, so I'll have to deal with that. Right, here we go. Let's see if we can separate this. Didn't want to give up. Alright, now do note the shims here, so let me see if I can get the shims out. Good, here we go. Come on baby, come on, talk to daddy. I don't want them all to fall at once, and then I won't know which ones come from where, will I? Oh, there we go. Right. Okay. So, this is left, upper, rear. And that makes our eyes water. Oh, we put that in here. Left. Writing on this is funny. Upper. Not that it could be lower anyway. Rear. And when I say left, that is sitting in the car. If you start saying driver, passenger, you will get confused when you work on different cars that have the steering wheel on other sides. My car is originally from England, like me. And so the steering wheel is on the right side. You take that how you will. Right. Now this one. This is going to be left, upper, front. You describe it how you want. This is how I understand it. So it works for me. And that's what it's all about. Whatever works for you. Now, what I'm also going to do, and I didn't do it just then, but I will now. Once I get these spacers out. There we go. Unfortunately, mine are all stuck together, and that's how I'm going to leave them. And I'm going to put a pair of bolts in with each one. Because that's how they go. And then you go, where the hell did I put that other bag? There we go. As you can see, you get quite a collection. There's a lot of shit on these front subframes. Especially as I'm not likely to be putting this back together for 2 or 3 weeks, because by the time I've taken it to the powder coater. So now this moves beautifully. So now my theory that is mine, is to undo these bolts, drive the shaft out, and then pull it away. What do you think? Well, we can try. That's all I can say. I can't see why it wouldn't work. Just need a bigger socket. Socket to me, baby. Let's go over here a second. Oh, sorry about that fan noise. Probably going to have to get a wrench on it as well. But it's worth a shot. What are we looking at there? I'll bet it's the one over there. Look at that. Damn, I'm good. 7/8. Let's see what happens when we try. Let's put this back here. I bet it spins. Yep, up, up, yep. Yeah, nearly took my bloody fingers off. And I've only got 9. 9? Huh? What did I say it was? 7/8. Do 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 do. So much easier when you have the right tool. Oh, and baby, would you just look at that? Okay, doesn't want to come out that last bit. Why? Well, there it goes. Whew. Now, that has now separated that piece. I will be marking that up. Give me a second here. I just want to see if I can move this away. Just to show you, boys and girls. I get told off for saying that. Oh, why do you keep saying boys and girls? Well, because boys and girls, guys and gals, men and women. I'm hoping the girls watching this too. Working on their classic Jaguar. Alright, here we go. Look at that. Okay. So, let me just lay that down there. Alright, I might repowder coat these top ones, because there's a few speckles of paint on there I don't think I'm going to be able to get off. I'm going to have to give that some thought. It's got a bit dusty too. We'll see. Alright, you saw how that all came apart. The other side's exactly the same. Next thing is to take this off. That's real easy. Then this subframe can go off to the powder coaters. He doesn't know it's coming yet, but I'll let that be a pleasant surprise for him. More money in his pocket. Geesh. Especially as he's got to blast this off and then redo it. Alright. That is pretty much it for the disassembly. Obviously, if you're taking the rest of this apart, you know, there are nuts you have to undo. Bolts, nuts, bolts. You can undo those. You know how to get these things apart. And, well, that's it. The next part of this video will be in a few weeks' time when I get this back from the powder coaters, and then I'll do the reassembly, which you may or may not find interesting. Alright, good night, boys and girls, men and women, Vickers and tarts, whatever. Here she is, stripped, ready for the powder coaters. A couple of things that I had to remove, the rubber bungs that were in there, and these plates, they're up inside here, and these screws hold them in through here. I powder coat these myself because I've got a powder coater, a small powder coater. If you don't, then you're going to have to get the guy that does the frame to do powder coat these as well. Or of course you could just paint them, or you could leave them in, and then when he's finished powder coating you'll have to clean all the threads out. So that's something you have to decide for yourself. Oh, there it is, ready. Everything's off of it. Down to the powder coaters tomorrow.